Alright guys, I'm very tired right now and I'm gonna shoot a video because this one is gonna be about sleep and it's very important because a lot of people that I have been speaking with are having a hard time sleeping. I woke up really early this morning and I couldn't go back to sleep because I need to shoot this video. So I have to get this out there for you guys. Um, so hopefully there'll be some good information in here for you to help you figure out what's going on. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, where is sleep important? Okay, so sleep, I have this on my phone, I was writing it down. Okay. So the effects of sleep are very profound, right? People need sleep for cognitive functioning, from everything, energy. I'm not going to get into all that because it's very intuitive. You already know that sleep is important. Okay, so alright, what kind of sleep though? Okay, so there's different kinds of sleep, and I always like to go back to paleo principles because really the human being was evolved and designed by God to wake up at the dawn and get what they call blue light. And the blue light will allow you to start producing chemicals that make you feel awake. And you wouldn't need a cup of coffee or anything like that. You would just be awake. You wake up, you feel refreshed, and then you would go throughout your day. No problems with energy throughout your day. And then around nighttime, when the sun going down, the melatonin starts to release, and then you start to feel tired. And then eventually you go to sleep, and that's it. So that's the way our circadian rhythms are supposed to be balanced. Obviously, there's a ton of things that we've done, both culturally, technologically, individually, to completely sabotage the evolution of our sleep processes. Okay, so what's next? So first, and I want to just talk about stress. Okay, so stress is clearly an indicator of something going wrong in your life. Situational could be, usually it's either situational, or you could have some genetic components that are causing you to be feeling the way you do. But most of the times it's situational. So you have to get yourself out of toxic environments, away from toxic people, and even if that means that it's going to hurt for a while, it sucks, but that's the point. You have to get to a balance where you're not going to be into a stressful, place. Okay, so eliminate stress, and I know that's easier said than done for some people that have bills and they lost their job and they have nowhere to go. I mean, God bless you because it's terrible. I've been there. I've had every stress that I can imagine. So I'm sorry for that. Okay, talked about the paleo principle. So, and a little bit of backstory. So I've had very poor sleep for years, right? So I've been tired as long as I can remember. I mean, I just, like most people probably think, oh, it's normal to be tired, right? That's just sort of our culture. We're tired. We need coffee. And by the way, this is tea. This is peppermint tea. I don't drink caffeine. But anyway, so I was just tired all the time, and on top of that, obviously taking a Xanax, a sedative, was probably not helping. But it was a very low dose, and I'm certain it was more lifestyle factors that I'll discuss of things that can help you. I want to be pretty quick in this video. Okay, so time. Time is important because, like we talked about earlier, you want to get to bed. And I'm not saying that I do all these things. I certainly do not, and I'm aspiring to. This is stuff that I've learned and researched and found out from experts. so yeah, going to bed early, like 10:30. And see, this is so important for people with burnout. And I'm suffering with burnout, and I'm finally in that realization or that acceptance stage that I need rest. Total rest, and I don't want to. And I have a high motivation, but I just don't have the energy to bring that to fruition. So, okay. So going to bed at like 10:30, sleeping through the night, waking up, trying to get at least 8 hours. Okay, that's important. Diet is huge for me because I actually, like I said, I've been going through a lot of hard sleep issues. But one time I did go paleo. I was paleo for like 18 days, and I was sleeping through the night. I mean, I could not believe it. I wasn't feeling a whole lot better at that point because I hadn't really gone through the full transition. But yeah, man, I was actually sleeping really well. So today starts day one of my new paleo trial. I'm going to try to go paleo and see if it helps with my sleep. So yeah, diet's huge, avoiding caffeine, avoiding sugar, especially close to bedtime, trying not to eat, and I'm a late night eater, but trying to eat and have your last meal 4 to 5 hours before bed, not exercising 4 hours before bed, letting your body calm down, that sort of thing. We also want to not be on our phones staring at this white screen all the time, because light signifies to our brain that it's daylight, so it's not going to produce melatonin. Also, there's a blue light filter on newer phones that you can add in your settings if you turn on your blue light filter, or add a blue light filter app. That can definitely be beneficial to you. Okay. Watching TV, playing video games, kind of like, or staring on your phone, playing games, any kind of like extreme stimulation, hour, 2 hours before bed could keep your brain active. You want to be slowing down, listening to a soft book, soft music, or doing mindfulness or meditation 30 minutes before bed. Those are the things that will really help you to calm down. But these are routines. It's hard to break the habits, but these are the things that can really help with the sleep. Sometimes, you wake up and you just can't sleep. You toss, turn, you get really frustrated and angry, and you just toss and turn. Sometimes it's better just to get up, go out, drink. Well, for me, like, I'll drink some water, grab a snack, go back down in there, and not try to sleep. Okay, sometimes it's trying to not trying to sleep, and you'll fall asleep, as opposed to fighting and fighting and fighting and getting frustrated. So once again, the whole idea of acceptance and surrender comes into play from us, everything, really. It's pretty fascinating. So if we can accept our situation and surrender to it, things will get better. Okay. So those are all very important things. And then I'm sure you guys want to know about supplements and medication. So there's lots of supplements, and it took me years to find what worked for me. And now I forgot to mention that there are, you can get a Fitbit. This will help you really navigate your sleep cycles. Sleep cycles are important because really you should have light sleep, dropping into deep sleep, then up into REM, down to light, and then back down to deep, and then up to REM. And REM is rapid eye movement, where you're getting your, that's where you're dreaming, and the deep sleep is restorative. So you need the full cycle. You need at least, I think, 3, maybe 4 cycles throughout the night to have a really refreshing sleep. And that refreshing sleep is when your brain heals. That's when your body heals. That's when you're going to wake up and you're going to be a 7 or an 8 if you can get that good sleep. I mean, it's so important. There's so many people out there suffering from anxiety and depression that it could just be sleep. Poor sleep alone can cause a sane man to go crazy, okay? Or, poor sleep. So sleep architecture, so important. It's so important because you could be taking certain medications, and I'm not knocking anybody, but Z drugs or drinking alcohol before bed is common. These are going to disrupt your sleep cycles, okay? And a lot of times that's going to lead to a non-very refreshing sleep. Yeah. So another thing too is if you wake up in the middle of like a deep sleep cycle, and if you wake up in the wrong cycle, which I think I'm doing, then you will feel really groggy in the morning and disturbed because you're supposed to wake up at a certain interval in your sleep pattern. Which is also why it's important to get that timing down. Because even if you go to bed, even if you sleep 8 hours, but you go to bed at 3 a.m. and you sleep till 11 or noon, I mean, you're still not going to be getting that sleep, because they say that you get your best sleep before midnight, and that has been scientifically validated. But there are supplements, and most things over the counter are terrible. I mean, it's absolutely terrible. I took those for years. They helped some people and they helped me, but I didn't realize that I was really disturbing my sleep cycles. So I was getting sleep, back then in college, but I don't think I was really getting restorative sleep. Okay, so what am I looking at here? Okay. Oh yeah, so hidden GABA receptors. Usually people that have poor sleep are have GABA deficiency. So I'm going to pause this real quick because I'm going to grab something real quick. Okay. Alright, so I'm back. I just want to grab a couple things. I had to turn off my stove as well, in case you care. This is called Magnesium Calm. A lot of people are like, oh, I take magnesium, it's in my multivitamin, all that stuff. Well, a lot of people are very deficient in magnesium, especially if you're taking medication. Medication can often deplete certain things, and magnesium is one of them, and this is one of the most important vitamins that you could have in your body. So this one has a calcium, and I'm actually getting rid of that. I just ordered some new stuff, and anyway, this stuff helps you fall asleep for sure. Well, it does me, and people have it for their kids. People use it for leg aches, headaches, and sometimes just for anxiety. It calms anxiety down. So yeah, this stuff is great. You can find it at Whole Foods or Amazon. Like stuff like holy basil tea. Different herbal teas can be helpful for sleep. There's adaptogenic herbs like ashwagandha that can be helpful for sleep. Sometimes it's trial and error, because for me, what I take is ashwagandha, 1 milligram of melatonin. Be very careful about melatonin. Okay, it's a hormone, and it's a supplement, but supplements can be dangerous if they're not used properly. Okay, a lot of people think that, oh, it's over the counter or it's a supplement, it's not dangerous, but it absolutely can be. Talk to your doctor. Once again, disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. These are just all of my insights based off of things that I've learned. Okay. So, yeah, high-fat diet's also very helpful. Like, I'm going to be going a high-fat paleo, and I'm going to have to take gallbladder supplements because I had my gallbladder removed, unfortunately. But this also can help you get into ketosis, and even if you're not full keto, it can help you get into ketosis. It might be able to help sleep. That's something I'm working on. Melatonin, maybe like 1 milligram. I wouldn't really go above 2 milligrams. That's crazy to me. 5-HTP helps. And then there's medications. I know gabapentin does slow wave sleep better than most medicines. Antihistamines and stuff like Benadryl over the counter, bad for architecture. There's some stuff called Cabanase, which you can get from neuroscience. It has phenibut, B6, and taurine in it, all beneficial for helping sleep. They've all given me good sleep cycles. My problem is that I'll sleep good for a couple days, and then all of a sudden I'll stop sleeping. So I've been having to reevaluate my life patterns along with the supplementation and medications that I'm taking to get to that really deep sleep. But I have found that the quality sleep that I get, I feel better definitely on days that I have sleep. So if you already have an anxiety disorder or depression and you're not sleeping, then that's a huge thing. And I know some people, that's all they do is sleep. And for me, it's not that way, because I'm more anxious than depressed. So, and obviously starting up new medications, you could be having side effects and sleep disturbances and things like that, which that's a whole different ball of wax that I can't, it's an individual dilemma, and that's something you need to work out with your doctor. What else? I also take Not into theanine. A lot of the kava and valerian, those are useful for a lot of people. They make me feel, it's just like alcohol or something. I don't. I think it's too heavy hitting for me. There's a lot of sleep complexes you can get, herbals, things like that. But really, it's about, not looking for the quick fix. Okay, guys, it's not always about the quick fix. Use a quick fix to get you as a bridge, but start to implement some healthier practices, in my opinion, to start to regulate your cycles, and I'm going to start doing that. I keep saying that. I often feel better at night, which is why I stay up late, and then it's sort of a vicious cycle, right? So I'm working on that. I think I covered everything I wanted to, and that's a little intro into sleep hygiene, as they call it. Sleep hygiene is so crucial to health, more than you probably ever even think. And I've had some people lately that haven't been sleeping for days, and I've never had it that bad. I can't imagine being that bad. Like I said, I just want to get it off my chest. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I love all of you, and I appreciate everything that you do for me and the feedback that I get. And I'm so sorry that you're going through all this. It really does. It does hurt me, and there's a lot of suffering out there. So, but let's niche away at this. Not niche. What? I don't know what I'm trying to say. I got like 5 hours sleep, 4.5 hours, so last night wasn't great for me either. So, but yeah, let's just start building up these positive routines that can help to elevate our lives and help decrease our symptoms with our anxiety. Okay. So yeah, if you have any questions about sleep, feel free to leave me a comment, or I'm sure I left out a bunch of stuff. I mean, there's 1,000 different herbs and supplements and combinations that work for people. Medications, like I said, a lot of people use those and they do well with them. So, all right, anyway, God bless, guys, and I'll talk to you later.